Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. It's me Nazi here, and today we're going to be doing another kind of similar video about linking partners. So, I did this video for the Tech Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta, but essentially I wanted to go ahead and do this for this Majin Vegeta, since I feel like it's a very important factor for Majin Vegeta, having a good partner that will really awaken what he wants to do, allow him to perform well in difficult content, right? I think it's very important for him because of the conditions he has and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to basically be showing you 5 great linking partners for this Majin Vegeta, and who I personally think would be his best friends essentially in the game and the different teams he's on. Now, I will say straight away, Trunks is not on this list. Trunks do allow him to get this extra 30% damage reduction. However, him and Trunks don't really work that well together, unfortunately. Many of the Trunkses in the game don't really share too many links with them. Like at most, Super Saiyan, at Fierce Battle, you know, maybe Roll Lineage as well. You can see that, like, those 3 links, it's not bad, but it's not like the best linking partners, and they don't really, not on like Orb Change or stuff like that. But I wanted to get that out of the way, but first and foremost, I do have an honorable mention. I would just like to mention here. My honorable mention here is Physical Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Now, the reason why Physical Super Saiyan 2 Goku is only an honorable mention is even though he does share a good amount of teams with them, such as Majin Buu Saga, Pure Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, beyond so on and so forth, right? The issue is that he doesn't share any key links with him until he transforms to Super Saiyan 3. Now, when you get Super Saiyan 3 Goku out, this could be a really good one-hit 2 combo, right? Majin Vegeta with his full damage reduction, if you're able to get it, you can get away with him in slot 1. This guy is definitely a unit you probably want to keep in slot 2, I would say, just so you can get all of these raises right there, right? But on top of that, he does get over in a flash when he transforms, so they will share Saiyan Warrior Race Super Saiyan over in a flash in first battle, a pretty good amount of links altogether, a nice amount of attack, 3 ki between the two, and then since Goku already gives himself 3 ki, you could just save all the orbs for Majin Vegeta. But yeah, you do need to transform with him first, so that's why it's not like on technically this list, just an honorable mention I want to bring up, since I know people will be, oh, why is he on the list? Well, that's kind of why, in my opinion. But let's move on to one of them. These aren't necessarily in order, just pull them up here. So we have a Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So there's another kind of thing with the Goku where this guy wants to transform first, but they do share a good amount of links even before he transforms. So if we see here, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Pride, Roll Lineage, Super Power, and First Battle. They do share 6 out of 7 links before they transform. You get this to over in a flash. Obviously, when he transforms, he does gain all these links. Does gain more so over in a flash and everything. That's a lot going on for him. Like, if you take a look here, we get to look here, right? Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Saiyan Pride, Royal Lineage, Prepared by, like, that's 10% attack, 25%, 45%, 50%. Well, if we go over in a flash, for example, that's 57%, that's 67%, and then that's 87% attack from links. They're all mostly attack, though. Not really much defense going on there, but that's not the worst thing ever. But yeah, all this attack that he gets from these links is quite a lot of damage, extra damage that can be really built up, which will let this Majin Vegeta kind of help him with this weaker aspect, which is him not really hitting as hard. The only issue with this rotation specifically is that this guy wants to get 6 ki spheres as well. This Majin Vegeta really wants 6 ki spheres, so that's going to be a very important thing to keep in mind. You want to make sure you get them 6 ki spheres, just so that they can have their defensive abilities really boosted up. But this guy will be a pretty good unit in the second slot, or even in the first slot, but because of the guard. But right here, this greatly raised defense will be very good for him. I haven't tried him on 200% leader skills yet, but I think, you know, obviously these two will work a pretty good rotation. Probably not in the red zone, though. I would say in the red zone, these two might not work together, because this guy might be a little too weak for the red zone, especially if you don't get this off. But I haven't seen it, so I guess I'll have to wait and see myself personally. But again, they're on a lot of teams together, so that's going to be really good for him. That's why he's on this list, of course. Next, we have this into base form Vegeta. He's not on global. So, as you see, he's not on global release yet. He will come during the New Year's celebration, or it'll basically be Goku versus Kid Buu, right, for global. The great thing about him is that he does change Tech Key Spheres to End Key Spheres when there's an ally whose name includes Goku attacking in the same turn. So, although you do need a Goku attacking in the same turn, him making specific key spheres, 2-inch key spheres, would be very good for this Majin Vegeta. Especially if you're able to get this active as well. You can create a lot of key spheres with the two together. And, you know, since his leader skill is Majin Buu Saga and Vegeta family, obviously there's a lot of good Goku units here, such as this Goku right here, Goku and Vegeta. This counts. We have the, if we take a look at this Goku, he also creates orbs as well, so that could be interesting to see how that turns out. We have obviously the, again, like I said, this physical Super Saiyan 2 Goku as well. There's a lot of good options for Goku on this team, right? I mean, you can even get away with this guy probably. He's not the best ever, but you can get away with him. This Super Saiyan 3 Tech Goku is a Rainbow Orb Changer. He's actually probably another honorable mention, actually. This is Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku. The only thing is that, you know, they will share Super Saiyan over in a Flash first battle. Again, those two, but he only has a high chance to create Rainbow Orbs, and he wants his own Rainbow Key Spheres, so that's one thing to consider. But he's another option I kind of overlooked. That's my bad, actually. But yeah, this guy being able to create these orbs for him is very good. They also do share, as we see, 5 links. So they do share these 5 links right here. Everything about prepare over in a Flash and Super Saiyan with Majin Vegeta. So a lot of attack, you know, giving them that extra defense right here could be very helpful for difficult content. The only issue I'd say is this guy, again, he's a nuking character, so he wants to get as many orbs as he can. But because he has this 50% raise on super attack for 3 turns, I think that will end up working pretty well for him. At the very least, even if you don't get too many orbs with him, I think he will still be a pretty good slot 2 unit, since he is going to be able to super attack first. And he can evade up to 30%, which is not bad at all, right? So I think that's a pretty good partner for him as well. So that's, yeah, pretty cool. Next, we do have, we do have Tech Super Saiyan God Goku. Now, this is probably something that people might not expect. We're getting to more units that people might not really fully expect here. So the thing with this Tech God Goku is that, again, they do share 4 links here. As we see, they do share Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Over in a Flash, and First Battle. Having that Over in a Flash sync with them is very, very good. Because, again, Majin Vegeta is a character that probably would struggle with Ki. But I think the most important part is him having the Rainbow Orb changing right here. We see he randomly changes the type of Ki Spheres to Rainbow. Will be very good for him. This guy really wants a Rainbow Orb Changer badly, man. Rainbow Orb Changers will be so helpful for him getting the 6 key. It makes getting 6 keys super easy with the Rainbow Orb changing a lot of the times I found. So that's going to be a really nice partnership on, say, Pure Saiyans or Beyond Super Saiyan. Those are the 2 teams they're on together. Fortunately, they don't share too many teams, but that's going to be helpful for Majin Vegeta. Along with that, if you're facing movie bosses or Pure Saiyans, it's like going to be an invincible rotation, right? You put this guy in slot 1, he'll just tank everything in slot 1. This guy will be able to get the extra 50% attack and defense here, and then this 30% attack and defense here, right? You see it's 30%. And then with this full damage reduction due to getting the 6 key spheres, this is going to be like a very tanky rotation. You're not going to do too much damage, but you will be like unable to die with this rotation, which is why it's really good for, like, say, you can probably take this rotation into the Broly red zone. And I think you'll be able to do really well in the Broly red zone with this, you know? Or, you know, and any movie boss's red zone, you could probably take this rotation, right? Although Vegeta will be on 170% lead under Beyond Super Saiyan, I think if you have dupes in him especially, he will be able to handle himself with the extra damage reduction. Especially if he doesn't get supered. I feel like even at 55%, he'll take nothing from normal, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that's another good rotation, I feel like. I didn't bring up, well, we'll talk about you right now. I didn't bring up this guy. I just want to point it out. The only reason why I didn't bring up this guy is because he has a high chance to guard. He can't be a reliable slot 1 unit for the Vegeta. Along with that, he doesn't create any key spheres for him, which could be an issue. But those two will make an okay rotation in terms of links, right? We have this guy. Again, this guy is just ageless, right? He's like a unit that will just like never age. The only unfortunate thing is that he has the 80% reduction only for 10 turns, but 10 turns is still a pretty good amount of time. It's going to be really helpful in Super Battle Road. They do share Super Saiyan, Saiyan Warrior Race, Over and Flash, and First Battle. Pretty good amount of links there all together. Again, giving him the extra Over and Flash link is very important. This guy really wants to be next to an Over and Flash character. And then on top of that, this guy does have the high chance to stun and the damage reduction, like I said. So again, what you could do, you put this guy in slot 1, you could potentially even stun the enemy. And this guy in slot 2, getting the full defense buff, he will be very good. Again, it's going to be another almost like just invincible rotation. Now, you could argue between which is better between God Goku and this guy in terms of the rotation specifically. I would say God Goku probably would be a better option just because he does have the orb changing. But this Vegeta does have the basically unconditional 80% damage reduction. No matter what, this Vegeta also does share more teams with him as well. So that's going to be pretty good for him. So yeah, again, they share 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams right there. And he is on the 200% leader skill as well. So that's an important factor. This guy's 200% leader skill specifically. So that's going to be another good rotation, right? Although you probably, with that rotation, since that Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta doesn't necessarily need a super attack, he only needs a 3 key. You could really save the orbs for him right here, especially if he gets this active. So that'll be pretty nice. Finally, we have his best partner, probably I'd say. Best for last, right? This GT Super Saiyan Vegeta. I feel like people will know he's probably the best partner for him. The only issue is that he only shares 3 links with them. Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, and First Battle. However, the reason why I think he would be the best partner for him is because he does share most of the team, a lot of teams with him. Like basically, Pure Saiyan's Vegeta family, We're the Rivals, Gifted Warriors, Beyond Super Saiyan, all these teams he will share with him. Very, very good teams for the Majin Vegeta. He's under the 200% leader skill. He does create the rainbow orbs and stuff like that. I think this is probably the most important part, him creating the rainbow orbs to really power him up. The issue, I would say, with this rotation is that Vegeta wants a super first, but this guy also wants a super attack first. I said before, you can get away with him in slot 1, but you would much prefer for this guy to be in slot 2. Same with him. You can't get, you literally can't get away with this guy in slot 1 because he gets most of his defense when performing a super attack, especially with the super attack effect on top of that as well. So that will be an issue. But yeah, I think these two will probably be the best rotation for him just because, again, the 200% leader skill, the rainbow orb changing. I do wish that they shared at least one more link though. Again, that's the issue with this guy not having prepared for battle. If this guy had prepared for battle instead, even Supreme Power, if he had prepared for battle instead of that, I would have been fine with that. It just helps with the key and makes things more consistent. This guy, again, you have to make sure you do need to give him a good amount of orbs as well because of this right here. If he doesn't get a lot of, like, a good amount of orbs with this active, he'll be okay, but, like, he won't be, you know, super tanky, so gotta watch out for that as well. Like, you can't give this guy, like, 20 orbs or something and give this guy, like, 2, right? Obviously. But yeah, that's pretty much it there. Again, that's his best linking partners, looking at the site, seeing what they link with, you know, how the units actually work themselves. It might not be too obvious for some people, some of these units, and I just want to bring up stuff like God Goku and stuff. Just for at least starting players, maybe you started the game, you have Majin Vegeta here, stuff like that. Or maybe you just want to see. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If there's any unit you think I missed, you really include in the list. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.